Down in the Den, so go tell a friend. The best podcast on earth's about to begin. We got jokes and news and movie reviews. After Dark NC-17 with the crew. Interviews with the best artists around. So like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now. Let's go. Like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now. So like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now. Let's go. Like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now.
Welcome back to Down in the Den. It's your boy Mars, aka Marlon Beardo, the Bearded Weirdo, the Stella Rosa Casanova, and the curator of culture. Summer is well underway and it's getting hot, and we have another hot episode for you today. I am super excited to present to all of the friends of the Den and the Den mates watching at home, the immaculate Eszjay. Easy, how are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining us in the Den.
Hey, how you doing? Appreciate you having me on. It's actually pronounced Eszjay, but it's all good. It's all good.
Eszjay. I like that even better. I love that even better. Eszjay. So welcome to the Den. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. So whenever we have a guest, I like to check out their music, man. You definitely got some bops out there. Definitely on the right path. I love everything you're doing. So I want to start with this episode, like I do every single episode. What is your origin story? What made you decide I'm going to tackle music, I'm going to tackle hip hop, and I'm going to tackle it right now? What gave you that motivation or desire to step in the music industry? Because it could be a rough place. So the bravery of any artist to go out there and put themselves out there and put their art out there, I always salute. So what was your origin story?
So basically I started off, it was more like an outlet for me. I just started writing, freestyling, just having fun with it. And I ended up writing a song. Actually, it was about my ex I was with for 8 years. It was more just kind of like letting my feelings out, letting people, and then everyone just really related to it. It actually, at first I didn't take it very seriously. And actually one of my homegirls actually put me on Facebook Live of me like reading my notebook. And it just blew up from there. Everyone was like, no, she's really cold. Like, I really relate to her music. And it was really up since then. Like, I was like, oh, okay. Like, people really, they like what I got going on. So from there, I just kept going with it. I was like, okay, like, people actually want to hear, like, my story and, what I got to say. And, people want to relate to that. A lot of people, they want to hear what you can, relate to. So, and that's kind of where I took off from there. Like, I wanted people to hear my story and be able to relate to it and be able to feel the music,
Absolutely. And it's so important because I always say we're all like snowflakes. Everybody's unique. Everybody has a different story. Even if you're in the same household, you have a different story, your perspective. And I love it when we get out there and express that. Now, hip hop is very regional. You name a place in the country or the world, and it has usually a distinct sound. You're coming from Oklahoma. Shout out to the Thunder, by the way. Congratulations for you guys.
Yes, thank you.
How does that shape your hip hop experience and shape your storytelling? Because that's an area when you think of hip hop, you usually think of the New Yorks, you think of the Atlantas, you think of Los Angeles, your Houston. But you don't see Oklahoma that much on the map. So how's that region shaped you as being an artist?
Well, I actually just moved to Oklahoma about a year and a half ago. So Oklahoma's kind of new for me as well. I'm actually from Illinois, but it's still the Midwest. So we're definitely different from any other part, like you said, like East Coast, West Coast, they have their own distinct sound, but I think everyone has their own sound. You know what I mean? I don't think it's more of a region thing. It's more of like, an artist thing too. So, but it definitely, the culture does have something to do with it in a way. But I think, the Midwest is just like their own thing, just like the East, West, everyone has their own, kind of sound in a way. So, but each artist is different anyways. So you can't really compare one to the other. So.
Absolutely. Now, I find the best hip hop artists, or at least in my opinion, my favorite hip hop artists, they're themselves turned up to 10. It's almost like pro wrestling. You're yourself, but you turn it up to 10 for the music, for the entertainment. Where does SJ begin and where does Shannon end? Or are they one and the same? Or how do you find that line when you're drawing yourself from the art? Because you're putting so much of yourself in the art in the music. Does it draw a line, or how do you differentiate?
It's funny that you asked me that because I was actually just talking to somebody about how Shannon and SJ are kind of two different people, but they're one at the same time.
Right.
SJ, yeah, like you said, it's definitely like up here and Shannon's kind of down here. It's kind of like Shannon's more kind of like reserved and kind of shy, and SJ's kind of like that outlet, like, hey, this is really how I'm feeling, and I'm gonna really tell you how it is on like a real level with you. So I think SJ's kind of like that escape, like, hey, like this is what I really want to say that Shannon wouldn't.
I love that. I love that. This July, I believe it was 12th, dropped the most recent single, P.O.P.
Hmm.
Dope Saw. Tell me a little bit about what motivated that project, and dropping in the summer, perfect time, a summer banger. That's what we need. What was the motivation and the creation of that song and dropping it when you did?
So POP actually I wrote probably a little bit ago, probably about maybe 3 or 4 months ago. It really was just supposed to be something fun. Like I wanted something fun, a fun summer hit. Girls can twerk, turn up to, have fun, but also like letting people know like we got it. Like girls and women out here, like we got it. Like let me show you men what's going on. Like we got the POP. Like y'all really like we run it. Like people don't understand, but think men really run things. It's really women. We just have to let them know, like, hey, this is what's going on. And I think that's the kind of story behind it. Like, hey, like we got that POP, and y'all low key know that's what it's about. Like, like we really running it out here.
Yeah, no
So
argument from me at all. It's definitely, it's definitely you guys, especially right now in hip hop. I feel like the last 3 or 4 years, the women have just put the whole genre on the back. I don't know if it would exist if it wasn't for the strong women that you guys have been doing right now. So salute to the ladies. I know my boss. I respect my bosses. So salute to the ladies.
yes,
So
we appreciate it.
absolutely. Now, I talked earlier about the industry. The music industry it is a rough place, and it's a rough place for anybody, any age, any gender, any sexuality, it's a rough place. And our whole platform is about telling the story for the independent artists and the artists that are up and coming, so the next wave will be able to navigate it a little bit easier. So, what has been for you your biggest hustle win? I like to call them hustle wins when you're out there on the independent grind and you either get that song on the radio for the first time, or that video, or booking that performance. I call those hustle wins. What has been your biggest hustle win so far on this journey of being an independent artist?
I think just being able to travel and to different states and open up for different people, even if it's just a small artist or whatever, just being able to go to those different areas and promote my music and meet people, it's all about networking. It really is just meeting different people, getting it out there. And even if it's just a small person, you don't know who they know. You know what I mean? Like they could know somebody way up here, even though they're down here right now. And that, is a shoe in, you know what I mean? Like, hey, like we cool, you cool with them, cool, let me introduce you, and that's kind of what it's about. Like people really they really want to be famous, and like I don't really think it's all of that. I really just want people to be able to relate to me, and like understand what's going on in the world, like listen to my story, like listen to what I got to say. I want people to just feel the music, because I think that being authentic is, I think, the most important thing in the music industry, because people are going to see through the fake.
Absolutely. And if they don't, it's hard to keep that facade up for long. Something's gonna crack. A voice, something's gonna crack, and then you're gonna be stuck.
Yep.
So I love that. Now with every win, you know, Okay, perfect. We lost for a second. Now, with every win, there's some L's. You know, we all face that adversity. I don't call them L's for losses. I call them L's for lessons. So for
Hmm.
you, what has been a challenge that you faced, you know, coming into the industry as an outsider and coming in and doing this just from the love of the game and then entering into a very competitive industry? What is the biggest challenge, the biggest lesson you've learned so far?
I think really just I think it's more of like being a woman in the industry. I think that's the biggest challenge I faced. I actually changed my name to SJ a couple years ago. I was Miss SJ, and I found a lot of challenges with that. I would text different promoters like, "Hey, like I'm Miss SJ. You know, I'm looking to get on this event. How much is it? Blah blah blah." For one, they would charge me more. For two, they automatically were like, "Oh, you're a female. Oh, let me, okay, you have to go first," or things like that. And it's just like, just because I'm a woman, like you're gonna do that. And then I would get there and I'd find out that I got charged $50 more than the man standing next to me. And I think that's been the biggest challenge. So I changed my name from Miss SJ to SJ for that reason too, because when I'm reaching out to these people and just texting them and not on the phone, they don't know who I am.
Clue, no clue.
So, and then when I get there, they're surprised, when they see me, they're like, "Oh, like you're a woman." Like, I'm like, "Yeah, how you doing? I'm SJ. Nice to meet you." Like, and then they're like, "Oh, we got you on the lineup down here and blah, blah, blah." Yeah, as you should. Like, like you don't need to treat me any different than the man standing next to me. So I think that's probably been one of the biggest lessons I've learned so far in the industry is just, like, you really just got to be straightforward with these people and just, like, hey, like, I'm just like everybody else out here. Just because I'm a woman doesn't make me different. Like, yes, we are different, but at the same time, don't treat me differently. So,
no, you're absolutely right, and it's a quality of artists. 'Cause when it comes to the music, it's not about gender. It's art. You're putting out art for people to consume. Let my art. That's the only thing that I should be judged on. It's
yep,
my art.
exactly. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So we always have a game. So today's game is dedicated to the ladies. So we have a couple of trivia questions about some of the queens in hip hop, and we're gonna
Okay.
see if you can get them. And if you can get them, we're gonna have a prize for the viewers. We're gonna get something nice. So you're playing for the people. So we need you to get a win. All you need
All
to do
right.
is 2 out of 3 points. So that's like what, 66%. I know you can do it.
All right. We'll see.
All right. Number one. Who was the first female hip hop artist to go platinum?
Mm. I don't get no multiple choice.
I could give you a hint. She's so deaf.
Aw. Look, I'm just thinking about Bow Wow over here. Look, I'm listening.
You close. You're close.
Okay. I don't know. I can't even think right now.
It's all good. I'll put you under pressure. It's the Brat. Shout out to the Brat.
Okay, listen, yes. And I knew it too.
All good. That's okay. That's okay. We got some. Who was the first female rapper to win a Grammy for Best Rap Album?
Best rap hop this year?
No, not this year. Just the first.
Oh, the first.
One.
Okay.
Yep, the first.
Okay, this is challenging for me today. Maybe because I just woke up.
We'll give you a hint. The money was young. It's not too tricky, but rhymes with.
Oh, no, I'm drawing a blank. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank today.
It rhymes with massage.
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank today.
You said Nicki Minaj. That's correct. We're gonna give you a point.
So yeah, I'm like, I think I don't know.
That's what you said. That pressure getting to you. All right, final question. Release Truth Hurts in 2017, 6 years after the initial release.
Wait, what's the question?
She released the single Truth Hurts in 2017 after 6 years of its initial release. So it was actually an old song.
Lizzo?
Lizzo, there you go. That's 2 points. You get the win.
Hey.
You get the win. So the prize for the people at home, she was playing for you. The first person to type SJ in the comments on YouTube, I'm going to send you guys out some Down in the Den merch. Get your shirt, hat, coffee mug, or something. So you want it for the people. Let's get a round of applause.
Yay.
You want it for the people. So what's next? What's next for you as far as you mentioned you've been all around the map, opening for people, things of that nature, and getting your music out, networking. What's next? Can we expect EP, album, surprise drop? What's next on the menu for SJ?
So I'm actually working on an EP right now. About halfway done with it. So I'm hoping by the end of the year we can get it out there and dropped. But we'll just see. I'm kind of taking my time with it right now because I really want it. It'll be my first EP, so I really want it to come hard, and I really want people to feel where I'm coming from on it because it's definitely going to be different from POP. So it's going to be all about women empowerment. So
Hey, I'm looking forward to it. We need the women. Men had a long time running things, and things aren't that great right now. So I'm ready for you guys to lead the game. You got a soldier right here following behind you. So I salute.
appreciate it.
Can't wait to hear what's next. Please let the people know exactly where they can find you on social media, and any shout outs, any love you want to give to your friends, family, co-artists. The floor is yours.
So you can find me on IG SJ Music, and that's ESZJAY Music. I'm also streaming on all platforms right now. Make sure to go check out the POP music video because that is really hot right now. It's blowing up. Shout out to everyone that's been supporting me, especially the new fans I've gained since moving to Oklahoma City. Just everybody behind my back, everyone back at home in Illinois. Like, just shout out to everybody helping everything come together, especially with this EP. Shout out to Dom for setting this up today. That's my boy. Shout out to him. Just shout out to everybody. Just supporting me through this journey of mine, because at the end of the day, I'm going to remember who the real ones are. When I get on top, I'm going to remember who was there when I was at the bottom. So I just appreciate everybody. I really do.
Absolutely. We're sending love from the good folks here down in the den. We appreciate you coming on. We appreciate the grind. Keep doing it. Love the music. Do we have a name for the EP yet, or is that still under wraps?
So it's an acronym, but it'll be called She Bad.
She Bad. Okay. All right. I'm a sucker for a good acronym. Find out later, but I'm a sucker for you put those periods in between the letters, and it makes my brain tingle. So I gotta figure it out. So She Bad coming hopefully before the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait. When it drops, we humbly invite you back on, talk about your favorite single, and keep grinding. I appreciate you coming on, and like I said, I see nothing but bright things in your future.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And for guys tuning at home, thank you so much for watching another episode of Down in the Den. We appreciate your support. 6 years and rocking. We appreciate y'all, the #1 podcast for independent artists and music executives all across the globe. So please check out SJ streaming now, POP streaming now on your titles, on your Apple Music, your Spotify's, or the YouTube Music, whatever you listen to music on. Please go ahead and do yourself a favor and stream that. If you're having a summer party, ladies, it's the one to go. It's gonna get things right. And if you're having that party, invite your boy. All right. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to end this episode just like we always do. It's all about peace, love, unity, and respect. We out of here. Deuces.